Guys can practice doing this too. Well, everyone, this is Jason. Jason and I became best friends at the end of college for reasons that I won't go into in detail here. And that's all you need to know. Cross your legs. Put your hands down by your hips. Press into your knuckles to lift up your butt. Slide your left butt back, your right butt back, so that you feel that you're sitting in your first fold. And then lean back and press down with your knuckles, and feel that by pressing down with your knuckles, you move the back of your head backwards a little bit. Feel that there's a little back bend in your pelvis and a little back bend in your upper back. Place your hands on your knees. Inhale into your eyes. Exhale, close your eyes, relax your eyes into the wells of their sockets, and at the same time stretch up through the crown of your head. Through your throat, inhale down into your perineum for 1. Feel for pressing down and stretching up. For 2, exhale up to the back of your right eye, and imagine that your vision moves up into the right in your closed eyes. For 3, inhale around your back into your left armpit, and feel space in your left armpit behind your collarbone. For 4, exhale up to the back of your left eye, and imagine the day passing in front of you from the left to the right across your own hemisphere. Inhale for 5 down into the center of your chest at your spiritual heart. Exhale down to your right hip, and feel that your right hip moves out and back to its own side, giving you a more solid seat. For 7, inhale up to your right arm, right armpit, the whole quadrant on that side. Feel space in your right armpit. 8, exhale around your back, across your coccyx, all the way down to your left hip, and feel your left hip move out to its own side. And then for 9, inhale all the way up to your third eye, where you look in and look out. And 10, put yourself in the center of a big sphere made of your own breath. Inhale through every pore in your skin. Exhale, wrap your right arm underneath your left, put your palms in your shoulders, and roll down. Round your spine, deepen your belly. Inhale, come on back up. Open arms, eyes, chest. Exhale, this time left under right, palms to shoulders, and again, roll down. Let your spine round, close your ribs. Inhale, come on back up. Open arms, eyes, chest. This time, exhale, interlace your fingers underneath your chin. Inhale, reach up and out with your elbows. Exhale, go forward with your chest, your nose, and your elbows so that you back bend your hips and your low back. And then inhale to come back up. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, eagle right under left. Inhale, go up with your elbows so that you feel that your elbows take the back of your heart up. Exhale, go forward without losing the up. So we rounded, now fold and reach. Inhale, come on back up. Nice, guys. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, left under right. If eagle's too much, you can interlace your fingers underneath your chin again. Inhale, go up, up, up. Exhale, go forward, forward, forward. So feel that elbows reach forward or elbows reach out. Keep a back bend in your upper back. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, release your hands, put them on your knees. Inhale, ribs to the left, forward. Exhale to the right and back. Move your torso counterclockwise. Use your breath as a brush to draw a circle around yourself. Feel that your breath leads you, not just around in a circle, but like into a feeling of wanting to do your practice. Like if you get your breath going in the beginning, it really changes your mindset. Next time you come to the back, exhale everything out and inhale to change directions. So counterclockwise, like the spin of baseball against the green. You have to touch every base, so feel that you go all the way around the entire circle. Even if you hit a home run, if you miss first base, you're out. Next time you come to the back, pause and just shoot your legs out in front of you. Make circles with your legs, circles with your shoulders, push with your knuckles, circle your spine. So this is a global rotational movement, right? Everything is kind of contributing, which is different than the isolated mobility work that we do. Change directions. See if you can go the other way with everything. You have to use your mind a little bit too. Next time you come forward, keep the feeling of the forward wave when you slide your left leg in and bring your right leg out. The Janji Shrasana side bend. Reach through the ball of your right foot. Big inhale, your right arm up. Exhale, bring your right hand down inside your leg. Bend your elbow, pull, sweep your left arm forward and up and come into side bend. Inhale, pull your right ribs up out of your waist. Exhale, press left foot into right thigh, reach through your top arm. Wrap your left shoulder, and all that means is roll your tricep towards your face, and then you can make a fist and punch through that fist and feel how the reach of the arm is really about stretching the left side of your low back. And now that you've got all these pieces in place, quest for a deeper breath and give yourself a moment to enjoy the thing you're doing. You guys all came here because you enjoy practice. So enjoy your practice. Inhale for 3. Exhale, press foot into thigh, reach through top arm. Feel for a lengthening in the left side of your low back. Next, inhale, slowly come up. And just change across your legs. Bring your right leg in, your left leg out. So these bring space into the area where your breath has to work. Inhale, bring your left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. You don't have to reach it really far away. Reach it to a distance that allows you to pull with your knuckles to turn your ribs to the inside. Sweep your right arm forward and up. Come into side bend. Yeah, reach diagonally and feel that the reach of your arm helps you to stretch the side of your back. Take a quick glance at your left foot and make sure that it's still doing something. And use the edges of your pose to make space in the center. So I'll take you through a checklist. Right foot into left thigh. Left ball of foot, reach forward. Pull with left hand. Wrap right shoulder. Make a fist with your top hand. Now you get to work the center. Inhale, pull in your belly. Exhale, and just keep doing all the things you were doing, just do them a little bit more. Turn your ribs to the right. Close ribs and reach through top arm. Inhale to come up. So good. Lie down on your back for abs. Or Bandha work, if you want to be more fancy. Interlace your hands behind your head in the non-dominant way, so that your thumbs are right at your occipital ridge. And then bend your knees and lift your legs up so that your knees are in line with your hips and your feet are below your knees. Inhale, curl your head and shoulders up off of the mat. Hold your breath, curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Good. And then push the ceiling away with the ball of your foot and pull your lower belly down. Inhale, bend both knees, press low back down into the ground. Hold your breathing, curl tailbone up. Nice. Exhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. Jason knows where his tailbone is. And reach up with your elbows, tractioning in your shoulders. Inhale, bend both knees, press low back down, hold your breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, right leg up towards the ceiling, and then you can reach it a little bit away from you, almost to a 45-degree angle, if you can do that without making an arch in your back. Inhale, bend both knees, press low back into the ground, hold, curl tailbone up. Exhale, left leg up and away. Press through the ball of your foot. Try to make the ball of your foot the furthest point away from you. Inhale, bend both knees. Press low back into the ground. Hold your breathing. curl tailbone up, exhale, right leg up towards the ceiling, spin, right thigh in, reach up and away through your right leg to traction right hip. Long inhale, bend both knees. The whole inhale, press low back into the ground. Hold your breathing, curl tailbone up. Exhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. Reach your elbows up and a little bit towards your right knee without twisting your head. Inhale, bend both knees, press low back into the ground. Hold, curl tailbone. Exhale, right leg up and away. This time, try to put your elbows up over your left knee. Bring your leg towards me a little bit. Reach up and away. Inhale, bend both knees, relax jaw, hold your breathing, curl tailbone up. Exhale, left leg up, some long exhalation. So keep reaching through the whole exhalation. One more round. Inhale, bend both knees, press low back into the ground, hold your breathing, curl tailbone up. Exhale, good. Right leg up towards the ceiling, and reach your elbows up into my hands. Try to touch the ceiling with your elbows. Inhale, bend both knees, press low back into the ground, hold, curl tailbone up. Exhale, left leg up and away, reach elbows up over right knee, and pull your lower belly down. Inhale, lay your head down. Exhale, bring your feet down. Reach down with your middle fingers to just barely graze your heels to get a measure for bridge based on your own proportions. Turn your palms up, bring them out to the side. Commit to strong legs, even breath, and relaxed arms. Inhale into your chest. Exhale, lift your toes, push your feet down to slowly curl your tailbone up into bridge. So feel for lengthening your low back on the way into your bridge. Good. Better with the toes, Erica. Live feet will send a reverberation of currency up through your body. So relax arms and neck, relax jaw. Options with your toes. You can keep all your toes up, or you can put just your big toes down and feel for lifting the arch of your foot away from the floor. At the beginning of your next inhale, increase the tuck in your tailbone. Keep inhaling to pull your ribs out of your waist in a similar feeling to that Uddiyana Bandha thing that I taught you guys the other day. Again, inhale, tuck tailbone. Keep inhaling, expand your rib cage. Exhale, lift hips a little bit higher. Relax face, jaw, eyes. Calm as a Hindu cow. That's from a movie. Slowly come down, vertebra by vertebra. Use this descent to make a little more space in your back. Feels pretty nice. Cool. Roll over to your right side. Push yourself up. Come onto your knees. We'll start with that shoulder stretch, that shoulder stability stretch thing. It's nice to do before Dolphin. So thumbs face up, elbows locked, knees under hips. You can point or tuck your toes, doesn't really matter for this one. Now for just a moment, kind of arch your back and let your chest sink towards the floor and feel what that feels like. And then take all that arch out by pressing down with your knees, close your ribs and tuck your tailbone. Think hollow body line like a handstand. And then crush the floor with your hands and feel for reaching forward with your fingers and look a little forward. And so for this one, you want to breathe not full. Like keep some pneumatic pressure in your lungs so that you can hold the tension that it requires in order to not start bending your back. Press your knees down and your hands forward and feel for rounding your low back so that while you're stretching your shoulders, you're lengthening your back at the same time. And connect to the feeling of stability and currency in your body. Like, it's so cool that you can hold yourself in this position with your own strength. All you have to do is stay focused. Reach hands forward a little more. They don't have to move, it's just the feeling of the reach. Close ribs. Now bring your attention to your belly and pull in more. And then hold it. Okay, from there, just put your forearms on the ground. To get a measure, grab your biceps with your hands, the full meat of your biceps. Your biceps may be slightly meatier than they were a few weeks ago, thanks to the pull-ups I've enforced upon you. And then extend your arms forward, palms flat. If your shoulders are tight or a little too, you can interlace your fingers like this. That'll make it a little bit easier. Good. Relax your neck and then crush the floor with your palms and your forearms so that it feels like your upper back rounds, but really that's the protraction in your shoulders Lift your hips, walk your feet in, and come on up for Dolphin. Feel for pressing down into the ground with your forearms, palms, and hands. You can bend your knees a little bit to lift your butt up. Feel for equal pressure from your elbows to your forearms to your hands. Just tell me if this is too much for your shoulder. I'm just going to give you like a little bit of stability. Does that feel better? Okay. Close front ribs. Margaret, let go in your neck. That's it, all the way. Just let the top of your head drop towards the floor. Now, strong inhale, press down elbows, forearms, palms, wrists, knuckles. Exhale, pull ribs in, lift, butt up and away. Again, this time inhale, make a hollow belly. Nice, Kristen. Exhale, lift hips and close ribs at the same time. Come down to your knees, and let's prep the wrists, especially after all that handstand work we did earlier. So roll up the front of the mat, and make a tight roll so that you have a good elevated section of mat for the incoming wrist torture. So one thing that's really important in practice is like to be really clear on what's like torture that's actually building you, and then how are you torturing yourself in ways that are actually not serving you. So place your fingertips on the elevated portion of the mat so that your knuckles of your hands are on the floor, and then straighten your arms. And if your wrists are feeling tired from what we did earlier, you just start with your shoulders behind your wrists a little bit. Good. Inhale into your belly. Keep some air in your belly and start to push down with your base of palm, thumb knuckle, index knuckle, all your knuckles, and then press with your fingertips until they turn white. Keep pressing with your fingertips to roll your elbows towards each other. You should start to feel a sort of burning sensation in your forearms, which is fine. It's just a feeling of stretching. What you don't want to feel is a sharp sensation in the back of your wrist. If you feel that, you need to back your shoulders a little bit and press more with your fingertips. Now inhale, hold your breathing, and try to lift your fingers off the ground, but nothing else moves. Keep arms straight, keep shoulders stable. That should add a sort of burning sensation in the back of your hands that is also relatively unpleasant, but highly therapeutic. Often the back of the wrist stuff is really weak, and that's why people get sore wrists. Lean forward, press your knuckles down, fingertips down. Just look at your fingertips and press in such a way that you displace blood from your fingertips, and you can see that because they'll turn white. Press your knuckles down and look a little forward. That's it. Press your thumb knuckles down. If it feels okay in your wrist, lean a little more forward so you get a stronger stretch. Now inhale, hold your breathing, and try to lift your fingers up. Now breathe shallow and move more strength into the back of your hands. Inhale again and push down hands, knuckles, and fingertips. And Chantal had a really cool realization today, which is sort of the purpose of doing these wrist things, is that she discovered that if she really focuses on thumb knuckle, index knuckle, and elbows in, that she has less wrist pain in practice. So that's something to work in this move here. Everybody inhale, hold your breathing, try to lift your fingers up. Nothing else moves. Arms straight, elbows locked, forearms should be on fire at this point. 3, 2, 1. Keep it exactly as it is. Lean back only enough that you can lift the underside of your hand off of the mat, keeping the base of your palm on the mat. That should really fire up back of arm step. Nice, guys. Extend the mat out. Just step your right foot forward into a short lunge or compact lunge. This, Jason, is everybody's favorite. You'll be able to tell by the looks on their faces during the lunge. So make 2 90-degree angles, pad your knee if you know you need to pad your knee, and start to pull with your front foot and pull with your back knee so that your left knee makes friction forward and your right foot makes friction back. And use that friction to strongly tuck your tailbone, which should immediately give you a feeling of stretch in the front of your left hip. As we move towards the end of this moment, this portion, pull a little harder, ramp up your effort. Good. And then inhale, hold your breathing, and try to reach your left heel back and your right foot forward like you're ripping the mat apart, and then touch your left butt, and all of that should really fire up your left butt. So we're working hip extension in an isolated position by keeping the lumbar spine totally stable. Work with more strength for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Pull your back knee forward, pull your front foot back. Keep your eyes quiet, face quiet. Deeper belly. 3, 2, max effort for 1. Inhale. Hold your breathing for the first part. Reach back with your heel. Feel your left butt turn on. Get to 60% effort. 70, 80, 90. Now max safe effort for the last 3 seconds. Feel that you're reaching your knee back. And then again, inhale, pull your knee forward and your foot back. So we're engaging the hip flexor in this stretched position to make it stronger. And then inhale. And now lengthen it by engaging your left butt. And all you have to do that is imagine that you're going to put your heel on the floor. It should feel crazy in the front of your thigh. You guys all look calm because you've been doing this shit for like 2 weeks. When you go to teach this to people, they're going to be like, I have never felt my leg before. Holy shit, what is happening? Bring your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Nice short lunge, compact lunge. So we build with the compact lunge because this shorter distance allows you to isolate your hip, right? You won't have to compensate from your low back. Pull with your front knee forwards and your back foot back. Keep your toes tucked. So this first one, you don't have to go too crazy. Just get the feeling that this front of leg stuff is turning on. Keep your tail down, eyes forward. Good, ramp it up a little, get more tuck. As soon as I do that, I feel also my inner leg. Inhale, make a strong belly, and reach back through your heel. Feel that your right butt turned on. It's always fun to touch your butt in yoga. Shallow breathing for this. 3, reach a little harder. 2, 1, inhale. Pull knee forward, pull foot back. So make friction on the floor. Pull back with your front foot, forward with your back knee. Good, perfect. Selena and I now speak in clicks. Inhale, hold your breathing, reach back through your heel. I've given up on my French. It's not very good. Stronger tuck, ramp up your effort, chin up, Kelly. Good. Inhale, last round, pull with your front foot, pull with your back knee. Feel a strong sensation in your hip flexor. Every once in a while, look at Andrea's face. Inhale, hold your breathing, reach back through your heel. Andrea has done such an amazing and diligent job of building strength and stability over the last 6 months. It's really awesome to see the progression. Ramp it up for 3, 2, 1. Hands down, step to dog pose. Nice. Inhale, come forward into plank and check your measure. So hands under your shoulders, toe knuckles under heels, and then look forward. Exhale without moving your hands to your feet. Take it up to downward facing dog. And then inhale, bring it forward to plank, and exhale to dog. And do this movement looking forward. Move from your hips and your knees so that you find the hinge that's the biggest one in your body. Right in the center. Inhale and exhale. Add your breath to it. Feel that when you come forward, it's almost like jumping without lifting your feet. And when you go back, you really lift your ass way up. Inhale and exhale. Add a little fire. The fire of desire. The one that brings you to yoga practice. Next time you exhale, stay in dog. Look forward, step your right foot all the way to your right hand, back knee down, and bring your arms up. Look forward, exhale, body to legs, hips up, fingers forward and out to the sides, keep contact. Inhale, bend right knee, right arm up for a twist. Exhale, hands down, step to dog pose. Inhale, bring it forward to plank. Exhale to dog. Inhale, left foot to left hand, knee down, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your left knee, turn your heart, keep your right leg straight. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, look forward to come forward. Exhale, look forward to take it back. Inhale, right foot to right hand. All one inhale, arms up. Exhale, body to leg, you look forward when you fold. Inhale, pull with your left hand to turn your heart. Exhale, push with both hands to step it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale, left foot forward, knee down, bring your arms up. Keep the measure when you fold forward, fingers forward. Inhale, bend left knee to 90, turn your heart, nice Alex. Exhale, step back to downward facing. Inhale, bring it forward all the way through to up dog on the balls of your feet. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale, right foot, bring your arms up. Push with your legs to fold. Inhale to turn your heart. Nice J. Exhale to dog. Inhale, bring it forward through. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale, step it forward, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, butt up. Inhale, turn your heart without dropping your hips too low. Exhale to downward facing. Feel your knuckles when you come forward. Lift your butt when you go back. Look forward so you don't step too short. Bring your arms up. Exhale, body to leg when you fold. Inhale, keep the contact, body to leg when you twist. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, bring it through. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale, step your left foot forward into the future. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, turn your heart, see your vision. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, bring it through. Last one, wave it back. Take your right hand, move it back just 6 inches. Left hand to the outside of your right heel for a twisting dog. If you can't reach, you can keep your left hand on your back, palm up, and move that elbow out to one side. Left knee to left armpit, chin to right armpit. Press with your left foot to send your left hip up, and feel for a beautiful unwind on the left side of your back. Look at your right tricep and roll it more towards your face so that your shoulder is wrapped. Left hand down in line with your right hand to your left heel. So you just revolve around your own spin. So good, Oz. Press with the knuckles of your hands, hips up a little more, Brian. That's it. Now right hip up. So find the diagonal from right ball of foot to left hand and push apart. And feel how that gives you a pump in the lung on the left and a flush in the kidney on the right. Right hand down without moving your hips. Rotate around your personal spit. Your own plumb line. Left hand to right heel. Chin to right armpit. Knee to left armpit. Knuckles down. Hips up. Use your legs more so that it's not all on your arms. Left hand down in line with your right. Right hand to left heel. Both knees bent, both arms straight. Nice macheta. We haven't sung the macheta song in a while. We'll have to bring it back before the end of the training. Take both hands, put them on the ground. Walk it back to a regular dog. Look forward, secretly bend your knees. Inhale, step, hop, or float your feet outside your hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, here it comes. Start to toe heel your feet apart. It won't be a long one today. Then come up for horse stance. Try to turn your toes forward, heels down, get a strong tuck. Tailbone through legs, ribs back, upper body back. And face calm, eyes quiet. You did so much of this earlier that this is nothing. This is just like a half set. And just remember, you are on camera. So what you're doing with your face will last forever. Okay, come on. Step your feet together. I know, shortest one ever. Only Simona is set. Take your heels, turn them out so that you have an equilateral triangle between your feet. And then take your feet and turn them out. Check the measure of your hips width by turning one foot in so that your toe barely grazes your heel. That's your own measure. And then take your foot and turn it forward. Inhale, bring your arms out. Exhale, right under left, eagle it up. So you can always go knuckles under chin if that hurts your shoulder. And then go up to the ceiling. Exhale to bend your knees. Keep the back bend when you bend your knees. And back bend your butt too. And when your ribs get on your legs, it's another inhale takes you forward. Exhale, grab with your toes and feel that you pull your hips up over your head. Inhale to bend your knees. As your hips go down, weight forward. Elbows forward and up. Exhale, release your arms. Take it to circumference on inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale, center up to circumference. Exhale, bend your knees and bend your knees and bend your knees and bend your knees and bend your knees. And it's the fold that puts your ribs on your legs. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, fold forward. It's a vinyasa. Inhale to bend your knees. Stand all the way up on that one inhale, put your elbows on the ceiling. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, right under left. Go forward and up with your elbows. Feel how your elbows take your heart up. Exhale, bend your knees. So one exhale takes you right into yourself, and then pause and use your inhale to come up on your toes. Reach your elbows forward and your hips back. Good, reach forward into my hands. Lift your butt a little bit. Back bend through here. Exhale, hips up, you go forward. And then inhale and just retrace, elbows forward and up. Bring your weight to your toes. Nice, Jeremy. Exhale, release your arms. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, left under right. Inhale, go forward and up. Exhale to bend your knees. As you bend your knees, think your knees go in and your heels go out. And you look way forward in front of you. Good, keep the arch in your back. This time with ribs on legs, pause. Get up on your toes. When you get up on your toes, think that your ankles go out. And reach forward along my hands and bring your body down a little bit. Good, a little more, elbows forward. Exhale, hips up, you go forward. Release your hands, slide them underneath the fronts of your feet. So bend your knees enough that you can make contact with toes to wrists. Lean forward, and instead of thinking your legs go back, think your knees go forward and your butt goes up. Knees go forward and your butt goes up. And then broaden your back. So that there's two back bends in the forward bend. There's your butt going up, and then there's the back bend in your middle back. Good. Bend your elbows out to the sides, bend your knees more, then your butt goes up, arch middle spine. That's it. Release your hands to the floor. Just step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward into warrior two. For warrior two is shoulder activation. Come up and bring your elbows by your sides with your palms in front of you. Press into the floor with both feet. Lift up the toes of your front foot. You can also put that big toe down. Press apart with your feet and feel how that gives you your tailbone down and your hips forward. Inhale, spread your fingers. Exhale, reach back with your thumbs, keeping your elbows touching the sides of your body so you feel activation in your armpits and middle back. Inhale, bring your hands forward. Exhale, reach back with your thumbs. Air that tailbone down and toes up. Every pose, that's going to really help your knee. Inhale, bring your hands forward. Exhale, reach back with your thumbs. Again, inhale, bring hands forward in front of you, keeping elbows touching the sides of your body. Exhale, reach back and out with your thumbs and get a really strong spread through your fingers so you start to get space in your wrists. Inhale, bring your hands forward in front of you. Exhale, reach back with your thumbs, keep elbows in. This time, keep your arms where they are. 3 more exhales. Each time, squeeze shoulder blades together. Good, so good. Look at this guy. I knew I loved him for a reason. Not just because he can close his ribs. Push your knee out to its own side. Inhale, bring your arms out to the side. In the same inhale, left arm up behind you to lengthen that side of your back. Exhale, left hand down above or below your back knee. Sweep your right arm forward and up and come into warrior two side bend. So the therapeutic orientation of this posture is towards lengthening the right side of your lower back. So pubis, navel, sternum, everything faces towards the person in front of you, even like your eyes are in the back of their head. I'm just going to kind of put the shoulder in an easier spot. So you relax it, good. And then just straighten the arm. Now I'm going to turn it. You feel like how that kind of goes on a track, and then you reach out this way. That's it, good. Bend a little deeper, strong tuck, close front ribs, enjoy the stretch. Inhale to come up, turn your feet around, left toes out, right toes in for triangle. Exhale, left arm reach out to shin, right hand's a little back so that you keep your sitting bones moving together. Turn your chest. Inhale your right arm up. Wrap your right shoulder. It's the same as the other pose, it's just a different angle. Still tricep towards face so you can feel that your scapula kind of moves down your back. Reach straight up towards the ceiling, and then from there, if you've got that nice strong wrap, you can take it up and over into extended triangle variation, continuing the wrap of the shoulder. Ramp up the push of your feet in opposite directions to get more hips underneath you for a stronger stretch in the right side of your low back. Pull even up. Nice. Good. Now inhale, hold your breath for a moment. Regressive angle isometric. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Get a stronger tuck. Breathe shallow enough that you can maintain the strength and the tension to pull in your legs. Look down, bring your right hand to your low back, left armpit to your left knee, left fingers out to the side at a 45-degree angle. Inhale and come on up for half moon pose. So keep your front knee a little bent and reach back through your heel. I'm going to be right here so that you don't fall backwards. Now you just reach back through this leg and feel that you're lengthening this side of your back. And because I got you, you can take your arm and bring it up and turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Nice. Tuck and reach. Close your ribs and twist. Good. Turn this way. That's it. Reach straight up. Turn your chest to turn your vision. Look down. Bring your hands to the floor right under that. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank pose. Exhale, back to dog. Inhale your left foot forward for warrior two. Come on up. We'll repeat the mandala or complete the mandala. Bend your elbows by your sides. Turn your toes in a little bit. Good. Spread your fingers. Inhale, open fingers. Exhale, reach back with your thumbs. Do 5 of these at a pace of about 4 in and 4 out. Synchronize the movement of your arms to the movement of your breathing. And use each entire breath cycle as an opportunity also to recommit to your legs. So it's like a little bit of multitasking. Turn this way just a little bit. Good. Now you can straighten the leg without hurting the knee. So feel this turn. Now think right foot goes down. Yep. Next time your arms come out to the sides, you can leave them there. 3 exhales. Each time feel for squeezing scapulae together more. Try to crush my finger. That's it. Do it less from your arms, more from your shoulder blades. Good. Inhale, arms out to the side. Keep inhaling to lift your right arm up. Exhale, right hand down above or below your back knee. Sweep your left arm forward and up. Just take the same arm position you did on the other side. If you did a half bind on the other side, it's fine. When you do the half bind, keep back sitting bone moving towards front sitting bone. That's it. Great. Reach through your top arm. Breathe. It's like you get all the details, and then take a moment to quest for a deeper breath and enjoy the experience of supporting yourself, because you guys have the legs now, you have the belly, you have all the details. So now, be in the being, not just in the doing. Inhale to come up, turn your feet back to the center. Same exhale, reach out with your right hand to your right shin for triangle. Left hand to your low back, just to feel that where you are in space. And then turn your heart to bring your left arm up. Wrap left shoulder and reach up. So it's the same external rotation, your arm is just in a different position relative to downward facing dog. When you get this rotation, then you could really turn the chest instead of just turning your, kind of flailing your arm back. If you want, you can take the extended triangle variation and reach around the clock. That's it, a little more turn. Beautiful, there you go. And then turn your ribs up towards the ceiling without opening them. Nice. Inhale and start to ramp up the push of your feet in opposite directions. Use that cure to get a little bit more tuck, so you feel a little more left side, low back. Inhale, keep most of the air in your lungs, pull your feet towards each other. That will give you a stronger stretch in your low back. You have to keep some air in your lungs while you do this. Look down, left hand to low back, bend your right knee, half move. Armpit to knee, fingers way out to the right. And so the measure here is not arbitrary. It's to kind of force you to slightly bend your front knee, not because standing on a straight leg is bad, but because for this posture, we're prioritizing hip extension so you can stretch your low back. Good. Feel for tucking tailbone. Now, left heel to the pool. Good. And then turn your chest. That's it. Good. Close ribs. Turn. If you're doing extended variation, go ahead. Simona, can you reach Tati? Don't pull her over, but see if you can reach her. Come on down, hands to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale straight away forward into plank pose. Take your left hand, put it in the center of your mat. If you're struggling with side plank, just stay in regular plank or even knees down plank. Bring your flip over your feet. Take your right arm, bring it up. If you're grabbing your big toe or doing another variation, do it right away so you don't have to spend too much time on one hand. Push into the ground with your left knuckles. Strong hips, just like handstand. Now lift hips, lift foot to step your right foot forward into a lunge. Measure your lunge, put your armpit on your knee, move your feet apart so it's like pedals on a bike. Move your left foot over here, good. Now reach forward with your fingertips. Pull with your fingertips. And before you come up, before you even lift your arms, press with your right foot so that you can feel how your right foot moves your right hip back. Now make fists and reach forward, arms in line with ears, neck just neutral for this, and now tailbone forward, and you punch forward to come up. So keep in contact with my hands the whole way. Nice. Reach through your back leg, move your ankle out to its own side. Face quiet, eyes quiet, reach up, grab your elbows. Press your elbows out into your hands, so you make a frame. Feel that you push with your right foot to move your right hip back. Good. Wrap shoulders, and then reach up with your elbows without coming up with your hips. Inhale your arms up. On one exhale, knee down, twist to the right, armpit over your knee. If you need to shorten your lunge to do the twist with space between your body and your thigh, do that variation. Fist with the bottom hand, top hand on top. Go down into your feet, right foot and left foot to turn your heart. Press your right knee out to its own side. Use an active left shoulder so that you don't crush the space here. Think that you want both lungs to turn, not just the right lung. Good. Some of you can put your left hand down outside your foot, tuck your toes and straighten your leg. Then you take your arm up, wrap your shoulder, lift the back thigh a little bit. Good. And then you can take it around the clock for a side angle variation. Turn your heart. Use Uddiyana in this posture, the hollow belly, to get a little more length into your twist. Bring your hands down and then step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. This time, right hand right under your face. Drop over the sides of your feet. You guys got this. Stay strong. Stay together. Do your variations if you're doing a variation. Again, if you need to stay on both hands, that's fine. Good, Amy. Keep pushing with it. Step your left foot forward into a lunge. Make it fluid. Armpit on your knee. Feet apart at the width of your sitting bones. Reach forward with your fingertips first. And feel for pulling so that your left hip comes back. You put your fingertips on the floor to start. And then feel for moving this back by pushing with your front foot. Now reach forward with your fist. Inhale to come up. So unfold it. And feel that it really is a 90-degree angle underneath you and the strength of your feet and your legs that gives you that spherical rise. Lift your chin so you hold a high vision. Think eyes on the horizon. Grab your elbows. Press your elbows into each other. Press your elbows into each other without losing the rotation of your shoulders. So especially my bendy friends, feel for getting a little more breadth across your shoulders so that you have an open armpit. And then you go up. It's like put the thing in the track and then you bring it up. It's okay, it's not synchronous. Inhale, bring your arms up. That's somebody else's joke that I just realized I stole. Turn to the left, twist, armpit over your knee. Make a fist with the bottom hand, put the top hand on top. It's like paper on rock. Have you ever played that game? I usually lost. There was that other thing that kids would do with the like folded up piece of paper. I never understood that one. Left hand down outside your foot if you like. And then you can straighten your back leg and bring it up. I think what will be helpful to you is to back up a little bit and then think that this hip goes up the other way. That's it. Now, I'm going to sort of clamp you. Turn. Yes! There we go. Turn from here too. Bring your hands to the ground. Step back. Nice and low. To downward facing dog. Come on down to your knees. Let's work a little dolphin stuff. So this is the like hybrid dolphin chaturanga pose. We'll review it. Forearms on the ground. Keep your left forearm down. Take your right hand, slide it back until you have a 90-degree angle at your right elbow. And then hold this line. And just for for a moment to kind of see what not to do, let your right shoulder drop forward towards the floor. Like let it really hunch forward. And now push with your right knuckles and pull your right shoulder back and away from the floor. And see that you now have a really nice 90-degree angle in your arm. And then inhale, exhale, and come on up into dolphin chaturanga thing. Kelly, walk your right hand back. Good. So keep pulling right shoulder up and away from the floor, and then you can inhale and lift your left leg up. So the leg of the forearm that's down comes up. Hold the line with your right shoulder. Come on down for a moment. And just move this knee back. Right there. Good. Come up. And now crush my knee with your elbow. Feel how that helps us stabilizing it. Keep pushing me in. Pike your left leg down, so keep your hips high and come on down. And then switch hands. Bring your forearms down and take your left hand and move it back so that your left hand is right under your left elbow. Take an inhale here. Exhale and come on up. Nice. So pull left shoulder up and away from the floor. Press right forearm into the ground and reach back through your left heel. And you can walk your feet closer to your hands before you bring your right leg up. Nice. Relax in your neck so that really the strength and the stability of the pose is now from the 90-degree angle of your arms instead of your legs. Strong line through your right leg. Everybody inhale, reach right leg back, more, lengthen it. Exhale, pipe down, keep your hips high, and bring your right leg down. Good, come on down to your knees, and push yourself back into downward facing dog. Best part of the class, the side angle series. Step your right foot forward, in line with your right hand. And then turn your back foot, so it's like a warrior one. Line up your feet so they're like the pedals of a bike. So not in a line, but slightly apart from each other because none of you are two-dimensional. Take your right hand, turn it around inside your right foot with the base of your heel in line with the base of your hand. Left hand on your low back, and that's like a rudder. So feel your back and feel that the two sides of your back are equidistant from the ceiling, and then move your hips to the left. Look forward with your chest, your eyes, your nose. See something you like. Turn your heart and bring your left arm up. Wrap your shoulder. And so feel that, oh, Amy, unbelievable. Look at that. I almost want to stop the whole class. Press your knee into your shoulder, turn your heart, and then turn your head. And even though you turn your heart on your head, keep your hips underneath you. So feel that your right foot moves your right hip back, your left foot moves your left hip forward, and then inhale and lengthen your ribs along your legs so that you can back bend, twist, and make it an extended variation. Your chin will fit your armpit. Move hips left, press down with right foot, turn your chest, reach from left kidney all the way to left pinky. Ooh, that rhymes. Bring your hands down, take your right foot, turn it out at a 45-degree angle. Everything else stays the same. Armpit on your knee, fingers forward in front of you. Quick one, left hand on your low back. Look out over your fingertips. Take your left arm, bring it up. Feel the contact of your body and your leg together, and use that to fold your right hip. From here, you can stay, or take your arm around the clock into a side angle, but you really have to turn your heart. Nice. Back bend your butt, Chantal. That's it. Now move your hips towards Kira, and then reach towards the sound of my voice. That's it. Bring your hands down, and swing it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank pose. Put your knees on the ground. Make a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. The diagonal, grab the floor with your fingertips. Walk your hands a little wider if you know that you struggle with push-ups. You don't have to keep your elbows in, but I want your shoulders stable. So grab with your fingers, and then wherever you fail, stop 1 inch above that. So lean hands apart more. Keep pulling shoulders away from the floor. Reach head up a little bit. That's it. Good. Pull off fingers. Beautiful. Hold. Hold. Grab with your fingers. Hold. Hold, and then push back up. Nice, downward facing dog. Take your left foot to step it forward, first side angle. I think I'm way better at the other side because I usually like do the first side and then I go around and help people on the second side. Sometimes people don't know these poses. I realize I have to do this side more. Take your left hand and turn it around inside your foot. And when you start teaching, you have to be conscious of that stuff, right? Like you want to be prepared to demo certain things or have a student do it. Look forward, eyes, chin, chest. Even think tailbone goes forward and sitting bones go back. Turn your heart around the clock. That's it. Look up. When you're ready, bring your right arm up. As you bring your right arm up, bring your right hip forward. Move your hips to the right so that you keep your butt on your own mat. And then bend your left elbow a tiny bit so that you can open your left lung. Make an arch arching your right foot. Take it around the clock. And remember, it's not just a doing. There's like a reaching, there's a yearning for freedom in these poses, because why else would you do this? Right? Find right low back. Find the spot that you're trying to unwind with the pose. Bring your right hand down. Only thing you need to change is left toes out, and then armpit on your knee and fingers in line with your toes. So your toes just pointing your fingers. Right hand on your low back. And it's you can do it in a lunge with your knee down on it. That's it. Good. And then turn your heart. Bring your arm up, but keep looking over your fingers. Now pull with your fingers to back bend your heart and your left butt, and then take it around the clock with your right fingers. Make an arch in your right foot. Left hip presses back, turn your chest. Use Uddiyana to lengthen your back, Kristen. Back bend it. Reach towards me. Over here. That's it. So good. Come on down. Bring your hands to the ground. Step back into downward facing dog. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Look forward, bring knees to armpits. Inhale and float thighs to chest, knees to armpits, and your feet outside your hands. Nice. So let's try that one a few times. Something that will really help with that is bend your knees in this position, and then look forward with your chest. And feel that you have contact with your shoulders and your knees, and stick your butt way, way up. And feel how that's like the same feeling as the float forward. Now, take an inhale, and just jump back to dog from there. Look forward. Register that same feeling that you just had. Exhale everything out of your lungs, and land your feet outside your hands. Inhale, float. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to bend your knees. And inhale to float it forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, float it forward. Exhale, fold. Good. Roll up. You guys are starting to get a little bit floaty. That's so nice. You get floaty when we do the breath work too, but it's different. That's lying down floating. Step your feet together for standing, holding one of your feet in the air while balancing and thinking spiritual thoughts. Left hand on your hip. Right leg up. Hold your big toe. Lift that sucker up. You can bend your knee a little if you need to. Lift your chest. Stand tall. Crush the floor with your left big toe. Look at one point. Take your left hand, slide it under your right to the outer edge of your foot. Some of you might need to bend your knee. Hold the inside of your knee. Right arm all the way up and around. And then you can be brave and turn your head. Turn your chest, turn your head. Active right fingers. With your eyes on your right fingers, follow them all the way over the top. So keep your eyes on your fingers. Trace the circle. Hold the inside of your foot. Now, pull your leg up and bring your body down until you make contact shin to shin. Stand up, release your leg, hold it up there, even if you have to bend your knee. So this is willpower. This right now is willpower. Everybody can hold their leg up at some level. A little higher. And down. Nice. So when you know it's safe, those are the moments to transcend the struggle signals and the quit points. Right? I'm not talking about pushing through pain. Right hand on your hip. Inhale. Take a hold of your left big toe. Wiggle your big toe. I find it's very helpful here to press my right big toe into the ground. Sometimes yoga teachers feel like everything needs to be relaxed all the time, like you're not allowed to use your toes. In balancing poses, I actually find that it's really helpful to grab with my toes, and I feel way more activation in my leg that way, and I think that my toes are on my feet for a reason. Reach under, reach up, and around. Use Uddiyana belly. broaden collarbones. You can turn your left palm up so that your shoulder externally rotates, so that we connect the conceptual ideas throughout the entire class. So conceptual consistency is really what makes a strong practice. Go up, follow your fingers, you got this, lift your leg, chin to shin, release your leg, hold it up there, worst part, best part, deep belly. Feel for pulling your upper thigh to your ribs, not just contracting your quad, but pulling upper thigh to ribs. Step down, Utkatasana. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh for standing figure four. Bring your arms by your sides, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Every exhale, lift your palms high. You can drop your nose to the floor without dropping your neck, and take your eyes forward. Press your foot into your thigh to reach your ribs forward. Squeeze shoulder blades together, lift palms higher, feel triceps and deltoids, back of arm stuff. Some of you hands down if you want to start working the arm balance. So first just get your hands on the ground, and then like Jay here, grab the side of your arm with your toes. Now just start to lean forward and bend your elbows. And forget about jumping your foot in the air. Just hold at a point where you feel like you can sustain. If you're ready to do the thing, do the thing. Maggie, push up away from the floor with your arms more, so that your shoulders lift from the floor by opening the angle of your tricep, of your elbows. Step forward, come back into Utkatasana, bring your arms up. Exhale to cross your right ankle over your left knee. So it's no like magic right leg left, I'm just bringing up the leg that you weren't standing on. I mean that you were standing on, actually. Try a little bit more face down, Bernadette, and lead with the crown of your head. It's just a different balance challenge. And then you can uncouple the upper back from the neck. Squeeze shoulder, good, beautiful. Squeeze shoulder blades together, lift palms higher, stick your butt out. If you want to put your hands down, go ahead. This is just like the crow variation we've been working on. The shin has to go right up into the armpits. And then Alex, feel for bending your elbows straight back while pulling your shoulders away from your ears. That's it, so that's the strength. And then you can come up on your toes. You might lift your leg behind you, some of you. Good. Step back to Utkatasana, stay low. Exhale to fold forward, body and legs, knees together. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, you can step back to dog, or you can take a vinyasa here. Good, from downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot forward for humble warrior two. Stay low. Crawl your body to the center between your 2 feet without moving your feet. Interlace your hands behind your back. Good, no reason to fling up and down. Lift up the toes of your front foot and push yourself towards your back leg. You got it. Just turn your right foot forward. If you're sweating, just a little. That's right. Earn your dinner. Bend your right knee. Breathe from your feet up into your core. Lift the arch. Like this. Bring your hands to your low back and then to the floor calmly. Don't move your feet. Just take your left hand, put it down 6 inches inside, 12 inches in front of your left foot, right hand under your thighs. Lean forward into your hand as if there's a wall behind both hips. Everybody inhale into right low back. Exhale, lean over to the left. Feel an arcing stretch up the right side of your back. Relax your neck. So this is a nice pose to actually turn in, like it's a little mini pratyahara. And the way that you do that is just drop your head without dropping any of the other points of focus in the posture. So stay committed to your feet and your belly and your breathing, and allow the posture to unwind your back. Bring your hands to the floor. Turn your feet so that they both face the person who's now in front of you. Right hand on your left ankle. Move your feet a little closer if you need to. Left hand on your right hand. One hand on top of the other. Lean to the right. Lean away from the leg that you're holding. Bend both knees a little bit. Feel an arcing stretch in the right side of your back. That's it. Inhale right into where my hands are. And then just lean softly into my hands. Like you can feel the web, the hammock of fascia on the right side of your body unwinding. Maybe bend your knees a little more. And then lean your body towards Chantal. Towards Chantal. She's over here. That's it. Okay, look down. Keep a hold with your right hand. Slide your left arm under. Hold your opposite ankle. Toe of your feet together. Squat all the way down. Squat all the way down. Turn your toes in. Lift your butt just until your thighs are parallel to the floor. Just until your thighs are parallel to the floor. Good. From there, duck underneath your top arm. So for you, do something a little different. Left fingers come forward in front of you. Just right in the center. Yep. And now just reach up with your right arm. Turn your chest up. Perfect. Good. Turn your heart to turn your head. Feel that you use your right foot to push your right hip up. Now, listen carefully. Take your left toes, turn them towards the back of your mat. Take your right foot, step it to the right a little bit, stay bound. Most of you need a bigger step. Come down into a lunge with this leg forward facing the floor. Yeah, just knee down. You just come all the way down to your knee. That's it. And then this hand goes right here, and now you twist up. Perfect. Look for your elbow, reach your elbow to the floor. Bend left knee a little, Andrea. That's it. And move hips to the right. That's it. Now turn your chest. So good. So good. Slowly start to unwind yourself and crawl back into dog at the front of your mat. Yeah, just crawl back into dog at the front of your mat. Downward facing. Oh, you gotta do it all over again. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Humble warrior 2. Stay low and just crawl to the center. So this is like lower to the ground, so you're in yourself, you're forward bending, introspection, go in to come up. Interlace your hands behind your back and bend forward. Just turn around, Maggie. That's it. You're going to turn that way. Just everything. Turn around. Just, yeah, like so your left foot's forward. That's it. Push the floor away with your left foot. Step your foot forward, Cindy. Avance ton pied. Voilà. And pousse sur le sol avec le talon. Levez les doigts de pied. Voilà. Bring your hands to your back. And then to the floor. Right hand down, 6 inches inside, 12 inches in front of your right foot. Left hand on your inner thigh, not on your knee. Lean over to the right. My bendy guys, it's not like a total butt back in this one. Right? So if you have sensitive hamstrings, contract your sitting bones towards each other by turning on your butt and your low belly. And then lean to the right. Relax your neck. So calm. Bring your hands to the floor. Turn your toes in. Bring your feet a little closer, left hand to right ankle. Like you're in a dream. Breathing through a dream. Right hand on top, lean to the left. So the simplest way to remember like which way to go in this pose is to feel the same stretch you did in the previous pose. And so this sequence builds space into the same side of your low back. Lean away from the leg you're holding. Like the only thing holding you up is your hands. Good. Lean into my hands. So good. Find a little bit of a cleaner fold in your left hip. Right in here. That's it. Keep a grip with the underneath hand. The top hand goes underneath and holds your opposite ankle. And then you can do the same thing you did on the other side where you bring your fingers down and twist. Come down into a squat all the way. And then lift only until your thighs are parallel to the floor, like the crow demos we were working earlier with Alex. Reach forward with your chest, and then duck under your top arm to turn your arm. Imagine that your butts are up against the wall, both butts. Turn your chest. Good. Back bend through your spine. Turn your heart. That's it. Left hip up a little.
Learn how to breathe in a tight, twisted spot. Alex, move both butts to the right. That's it. And then give yourself more neck. Like lift your chin away from your chest a little bit. That's it. Okay, turn your right foot towards the back of your mat, the pool if you're on this side, and step your left foot forward. You just come down into a lunge. Bend your front leg, straighten your back leg, and turn your heart. Amazing, Margaret. Move hips slightly to the left, turn your chest, and now give yourself more neck. That's it. Look for your elbow. Push your elbow down into my hand to turn you. That's it. So good. Keep your belly in, arch your upper back, and lean back into the twist belly. Look down, bring your hands to the floor, step back into downward facing dog. Exhale everything out of your lungs. And one more time, float your feet forward outside your hands. Exhale to fold. Come down into a squat. And if you need to roll up the back of your mat to be in a squat, that really allows you to be in your hips, then go ahead and roll up the back of your mat and place your heels on it so that you squat close to parallel so that we work more the hip fold and less the groin and the knees. Both squats are useful. This one's just specific to the thing that we're going to do after. Start to pipe down. Good. Keep pushing with your hands. Now close your ribs. Nice. Good. So heels come up on the elevated portion of the mat. Right? You can roll it up as much as you need. This is really just lip surface. And then come into a squat, which we've already done. So you guys wanted to review this, so here we go. So armpits on knees. So one of the first feelings to get is this, and then I push with my triceps to slide my chest forward. And then from here, without letting, try what Tatiana's doing. Genius. Put a block between your ankles. Pass me one over. And you'll definitely need some lift under your heels, so you can roll up your mat. The back. So a little bit, press your heels together, and you can roll up your mat. Give Jason a hand back there. Thanks. Okay. It's working hard, man. Reach forward with your fingers. And now slide, think less you lift your butt back and more you slide your hips back. And feel that as much as your front body slides down your legs, so there you go. As much as your front body slides down your legs, feel that your thighs slide back along your front body. And then from there, without dropping your hips, see if you can put your elbows on the floor and look forward. And that'll really test your fold, but don't lift your heels. Yep, just look forward and press your body into your legs and stick your butt out, and then reach behind your ankles and hold your fingers. So opposite fingers. And then look forward and get up on your toes. And push your shins forward and your chest forward and your shoulders back. And keep that fold, so it's like Marichasana. Bring your hands to the floor so that you can really capture your shins inside your legs. And then here, it's just physics, right? Like you see, I just have 90 degrees in my arms. To straighten your arms, you push knees into arms, arms into knees. Come down. So do you see, like, you can really see how much I'm pushing knees into arms. Like my triceps are actually like, also nice massage. Actually, all of these fits in the practice massage lymph glands. So if you really get like knees and armpits, this is a lot of the theory behind some of the more ancient and more esoteric ideas about why yoga is good for you, because you create all these like marma points. Marma is a branch of Ayurveda, and by pushing yourself with yourself, you get those benefits also. You guys want to try one more time? Cool. So set up your squat. Armpits on your knees. We'll go through it more quickly. Fingertips forward. Try to get forearms down. Bind. Keep the bind. Heels out a little, Jay. Up on your toes. Reach forward with your chest. And then hands down. Lean forward. And you come up. Good. All the way up. Nice. Keep pushing. Give me that. Good. Squeeze your legs together. Now, bend your knees. Squeeze your thighs to your body on the way down. Keep squeezing thighs to body. Think knees to armpits. Hold. Push. 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 Feet down. Nice. Step back to downward facing dog. Katie, so good. Oh my God. It's a flying Katie. A bird well known for its wingspan. Step your right foot forward into pigeon. So now we wind it down a little bit. Except, I kind of have a feeling for an active pigeon. So come into this lungy kind of thing. So this is a less wide position than a lunge. Your feet almost on the same line. Look forward. We're going to do 10 reps of active pigeon. You may not do active pigeon, right? Like you might do a tiny bit of active pigeon, see how it feels. Same for Roberta. Good. So flex your foot, keep a strong foot. Without moving your hips to the side, reach your right knee out to its own side. Good. And then come back up so your legs under your body. That's one. Reach out to the side and come back up. Reach out to the side and come back up. Reach out to the side and come back up. Go to the lowest point that feels safe. Out and back up. Without dropping your groin. So think that you reach from your right knee instead of dropping your hips towards the floor. Look forwards a little bit. Keep the strength in your shoulders. Push yourself back up with your strong butt. Do 2 more. Last one. Hold at the outer point. Go up on your fingertips if you can so that you can really press into the ground with your right ankle. So what this is doing is making you strong at an end range of motion. Instead of just sitting in the passive pigeon, which doesn't really have much practical application, you get a strong butt. Simona gave us a nice lecture about the strong butt and teaching that. And then from here, slide it across a little and come down into a passive stretch. And it should feel pretty nice after all that other work. Kind of opens it up a little, right? So press into the ground with your right ankle so that your right hip slides back. The reason that it feels like it opens it up is it gives your neurology a message that says like, hey, I'm strong in this position, so now I can take some range. Crawl your fingers over to the left so that you go sternum over the foot. So good, Amy. Press down with your right foot and feel for lengthening your ribs out over your foot. Brian's favorite. It might not be all good vibes, right? So what you do is have really good physical technique so that you have a really clear idea of whether what you're doing is okay for you physically, so that then you can observe the way that your mind reacts to being in that space of security and appreciating and experiencing intensity. So from here you can take it straight ahead. Now, if you take it straight ahead and you feel like this is boring, bend your back knee, take a hold of your ankle with both hands, and then lie down. But don't tip over to one side, right? Still reach forward with your heart. Feel for reaching through your back leg, whether it's bent or straight. Slowly release your back leg, place your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Press with your knuckles, walk from hand to hand and foot to foot. And then look forward and step your left foot forward for active pigeon. So feet closer laterally than they would be in a normal lunge. And we'll do some reps. Look forward, left knee reaches out to the side and back. Out to the side and back. Feel that you really press from your foot and your butt. Look forward, Amy. That's it. Right chunk tall. Your homework partner for the day. Good. Easy on the ankle, Alex. In a way, this is really good for your ankle, but at the right dosage. Celine, look forward and don't lose your shoulders, so push more. No, other way. This, look at me. Not, no, yes. Next time it comes to the outer position, hold. Crush the floor with your foot, straighten your back leg, look forward. Try not to scare anyone with your face. Let the people across the room from you see your face so that you're inspired enough to scare them with your face. Okay, you can slide into the passive stretch. Take your ribs over your foot. So the front knee and the front foot are a boundary, a circumference that makes a center fold feasible. So press your foot and your knee into the ground so that your left hip folds cleanly. And it's like just breathe in a way that suits the moment, right? Like it might not be the deepest, most profound, most incredible unicorn breath of your life. You might need to hold a little tension. That's okay. Right? But feel that the way that you're breathing is both sustaining and supporting you, and allowing you to be at the edge of the stretch and work with your neurology. So it's a real skill. Letting go. Crawl forward. You can just crawl forward. Or you can bend your back knee and grab your back ankle. So this one's not a back bend variation. The stretch of the back thigh is actually helpful to lengthen your back. When you grab your back foot, you might feel that you did some other thigh stretching earlier today. Beautiful breath, guys. Beautiful, beautiful breath. It's normal that these hip poses take you inwards, but we go in to come out, right? Like none of us live in a cave. All of this self-inquiry is to be able to step out into the world, handle yourself, help others, lend a hand. Release your back leg, step back into downward facing dog. Push into the ground with your knuckles and your feet. So if you're working on floating stuff, you can just float right through. If you want to review the jump through sort of build, step your right foot to your left thumb, right on the edge of your foot, just like active pigeon. Then left foot to right thumb. Keep pushing. Start to bend your knees. And without sitting down, slide your feet through and try to stay in the air for a moment. And then just sit down. Nice. Slide your butt back. Bend your left knee in. Right leg out. Put your left hand on your right hand on your left knee. Bend the leg that's in front of you so that you can keep flexed in the hip. I'll just turn my Lux Yoga water bottle towards the camera for some casual product placement. So I'll show them the 40-ounce version. There it is. Right hand to left knee. Right on top, you can feel how the palm fits that rounded muscle area. And then right knee to right shoulder. Flex your right foot. Sweep your left arm forward and up. Press your knee into your shoulder to turn your chest. So this is a twist. It's different than the first Janushrasana in the class. Feel that your left knee presses forward. Press your right knee in to tilt your hips back. Straighten your arm all the way until it's totally straight. And then turn your chest and make it a back bend. And there's a little feeling in this one of like, it's kind of luxurious. You get to reach, see a new vision. As you move your right hip back, you turn your fingers around the clock. And then look down at your front foot, keep the fold and the connection of your body to your thigh. With your right hand, hold your left wrist all the way around your foot. Such a good sport. It really is. Your friends sometimes are your teachers. So one thing I've learned from Jason over the years is it's better when you don't get pissed off. Very rarely gets pissed off. Reach forward with your chest. He also has an amazing skill of being able to fall asleep almost anywhere. Yeah, like you. All I have to do is say meditation. It's asleep. Press your knee up into your body to slide your ribs forward. So feel that like straightening your leg doesn't necessarily make your back longer, but your knee up can slide your butt back to slide your ribs forward to eventually straighten your leg. There's a nice variation you can do from here, so you can stay right where you are. If you know your knees are like A-okay, lift your butt and then sit down so that your heel's right on your perineum, and then tilt it back again and reach forward, and outside hand holds inside wrist. So this one's a lot on the knees, so please be careful and stay in the previous variation if you're not sure. One thing that you can do to kind of save your knees in this one is push your big toe into the floor, activate, and then feel for arching your hips backwards. Bring your hands down. Before you do anything with your knee, push so that your knee comes a little bit out of the flexed position, and then slide it forward and sit down. So you want to lift out of it before you just grind off of it. Bend your right knee in, and bend your left leg up. Bring your left hand to your right knee, flex your left foot, knee forward and hip back, and sweep your arm forward and up. Make contact between your body and your leg. And that'll help put you in your head. Press your knee into your body and turn your chest. Good. Press your knee into your hand. Fit it like a ball in a mitt. Take a quick glance at your left foot, make sure it's still alive. And then reach and have that ah. Look down at your left foot, right hand. Left hand, hold right hand. Slide your ass back. Push your hands into your foot into your hand. So one of the keys of yoga is just like use contact as a conversation. So that your foot and your hands have a conversation, your knee and your armpit has a conversation, your thigh and your ribs have a conversation. Look forward. It's much more interesting than looking into your own groin. You can see all your friends out there, all the people that have been supporting you for the whole couple of weeks. If you want to lift up and then sit down on your back foot, do it carefully. So your perineum will go right on your heel. And then you have to push your big toe into the ground to keep it safe for your knee, or at least I do. And back bend your butt. Chantal, bring that knee out to its own side. That's it. Hands down. Push down. Slide your leg forward. Good. Roll down on your back. And sit up. Double that in. Bend your knees. Bring them a little bit, almost mat width apart. So I highly recommend sitting on a block for this one. I'm relatively forward bending, and I still get on a block for this one. And then bend your knees and lift up the undersides of your feet so your feet are flexed. Hold first the outsides of your ankles and slide your butt back so that you're anteriorly tilted. And then press your knees up to reach your chest forward, so you really stick out your butt. And then do it not just by like moving back, but there's actually, I like this feeling of almost pulling with the front of my hips to stick out my butt. And that'll really help in, some of those other goals that some of you guys have, like the pressing work and stuff. So left hand to your right ankle, and when you do that, keep left shoulder and left knee together, and then take your right arm, bring it up. And when you take your right arm and bring it up, know that your left hip has to slide back. it's like keep the plug in the socket. And then reach up and turn your chest, and take your right arm up and over, and reach towards where you think 11 o'clock is. Press your knee into your shoulder, back bend yourself, and reach. Now look for your fingers, and follow your fingers down to your left ankle, and then unwind your left hand. Good, maybe bend your knees more, and stick your butt out more, so that your body's on your leg. And reach straight up first, turn your tricep towards your face, feel the contact of body to leg, turn your head, and now follow your fingers over to 2 o'clock without losing your head. And then you take your right hand, and then you go for a swim. Take your right arm and unwind it, right? And so when you go swimming, reach around the clock, you don't just use your upper body. You have to have a good stroke, and you need to have a good kick. So keep pressing with your feet. One pulls and one pushes, so that you really are using your whole self, so that you're embodied from feet to fingertips. Know where your hips are underneath you. Know how your feet push you into the future. Because you gotta have your legs underneath you if you want to turn your heart to turn your head. It's just like life. Look forward, lift up, and go ahead and lie on your back. What's that saying? The something, the something, the sweeter, the something else. Yeah, something. There's another one that's like more like you worked hard, now it feels better. No. So if you want to take a long plow, you can do that. If you want to just take savasana, you can do that. Yeah, you can do the legs. We out.